Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got a crazy possible fight to talk about that I already did a breakdown for. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. The reason I'm coming back to this fight, Tony Ferguson apparently has a fight booked. He posted on social media, and I quote, "Snap down city, got the signal, champs back. Fight news coming soon, stay tuned." Now one could imagine, one can assume that Tony's gonna fight Khabib Nurmagomedov real soon. That is the fight to make. That's the fight the fans desperately want to see. Khabib just beat Dustin Poirier, so it makes sense. Tony deserves the shot 100%. Since I already did a breakdown, this video is going to be a keys to victory segment. Let's get started. Now, Tony Ferguson is what I like to call the anti-Khabib. He has all the skill sets and tools to give Khabib huge problems. Let me go down the list. He has insane cardio, probably unmatched cardio in MMA. He's dangerous off his back. He has slick BJJ, sneaky chokes, specifically Darce chokes, and those are a huge threat to guys that are shooting in on you. Ferguson, in my opinion, has far better stand-up. He has some pretty sick scrambling. He's durable, he's tough. What does Khabib do? Everybody knows that Khabib's bread and butter is the wrestling and the grappling. He'll beat you with ground and pound or soften you up with ground and pound, then get the submission. He stands up just long enough to secure the takedown, wash, rinse, repeat every round. Khabib's thing is pretty much top position. Like I said, Tony's very tricky off his back, good BJJ, he got nasty sweeps. He's basically tailor-made to give Khabib a lot of problems. I would think if these two fought, Tony will want to keep the fight where he has the advantage, on the feet. I know Tony's good on the ground, but why give your opponent any chance? Ferguson has a wrestling background, so number one, Tony's going to want to keep the fight on the feet where he has a major advantage over Khabib. That's where his wrestling background comes in. It may not be as good as Khabib's, but his wrestling may be good enough to make Khabib work and not get those takedowns easily. We've seen Khabib kind of gas in fights, not anything crazy, but he does slow down. Now add Tony's wrestling ability with his BJJ skill, then that's a possible problem for Khabib. So yes, keep the fight on the feet. Second, if Khabib does secure the takedown, scramble. Tony can't let Khabib get control of his hips, can't let him tie up his legs, and corner him against the cage. I don't see Khabib doing that easily because, like I said, Tony is great at scrambling. He just does not sit still. He's gonna roll and buck, look for a submission, try to tie up a leg, try to get underhooks, look to stand up. He's always working off his back. And let's not forget about those nasty elbows off his back on the ground. Very formidable. They will slice you open. The third thing Tony has to do to possibly win this fight, I touched on it a little bit earlier, make Khabib work. Tony's cardio is insane. There aren't many in the business that have the cardio of that man. When have you ever seen Tony Ferguson get tired or gas? They say fatigue makes cowards of men. If anybody could push the pace on Khabib, make him work hard, slow him down, sap his energy a bit, it's Tony Ferguson. When you're tired and gassed, everything you do is not as effective. Now on to Khabib. Khabib's a smart fighter. He knows his limitations. He likes to test himself standing, but I don't think he has the illusions that he can beat Tony Ferguson on the feet. So the opposite of Ferguson's strategy, get the fight to the mat by any means necessary. You can't go for desperation takedowns with Tony Ferguson. They have to be calculated, timed, but it's imperative that Khabib gets the fight to the floor. If he doesn't, he's gonna lose that fight. Second, once Khabib has him on the ground, control. As far as Khabib winning this fight, control is gonna be a huge factor for him. Few people do it better in the game than Khabib Nurmagomedov. His ground control is top notch. GSP is up there as well. He has to tie up Tony Ferguson, get hooks on him, get heavy on him, control his hips, don't let him get angles on the ground, don't let him scramble, and hand out some damage via ground and pound. The third thing that Khabib has to look out for is not to get fatigued in this fight. He can't chase Tony around. He can't go for desperation takedowns. He simply cannot play into that game. He has to time those double legs, maybe after securing a few takedowns, scoring those points, get Ferguson a little bit desperate, a little bit aggressive, coming in on him, then shooting for those singles and doubles. But while doing so, watch out for the anaconda chokes and the darce chokes, because those are Tony's specialty. I don't necessarily see Khabib stopping Tony Ferguson, but I could see him winning a dominant decision via control on the ground and pound. Pretty likely if he wins, that's the route. Tony, I think, has more tools to finish. I could see him locking in a choke and definitely battering Khabib on the feet. This is not going to be an easy fight for either man. Khabib is 28-0 for a reason. Ferguson's on a 12-fight win streak. The UFC record at lightweight for a reason as well. Both of these guys are savages, some of the best to ever do it. This is like practically the fight of the decade. Two guys in their primes, the top of their games, opposing skill sets. We have to see it. Let's cross our fingers and hope this cursed fight finally goes down. I'll post a link to the old breakdown I did for this a bit back and pin it. If you guys want to check it out, feel free. Let me know who you think wins this fight and why in the comment section. Would love to read those comments. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing, liking the video, sharing. So appreciative of you guys. And I'll catch you all on the next breakdown.